your big dreams right now. How big do you allow yourself to dream? When you achieve a dream, how present are you with it? Welcome back to Reimagining Nadia. Today I want to share with you my birthday trip to San Jose del Pacifico, a small mountain town about 3 hours from Oaxaca City. It's a special place I have been wanting to go to for years now, and it's known for its serene beauty and its deep-rooted connection to healing with traditional Temazcal ceremonies and a long history of indigenous wisdom and ancestral practices around the land and the mushrooms that grow abundantly here. For centuries, people have traveled to San Jose del Pacifico seeking peace and renewal, and I can absolutely feel why when I was here. It's a place where time slows down, where the mountains hold space for reflection and transformation. I was honored to be a guest of the land here with my partner as I was turning 36 this year. I came here instead of my usual mode of birthday celebrations, going somewhere warm with heat and the beach to swim in some water. I wanted to honor this chapter of my life by being somewhere that felt like a reflection of everything I've been working towards: peace, healing, and spaciousness. San Jose del Pacifico is just that. I remember dreaming of coming here years ago when my partner first told me about it, as he shared all of the places we could get to know in his state of Oaxaca. We actually stopped here for a bathroom stop once and a quick snack on the way to the beach in Puerto Escondido years ago. During a time where life felt so much more rushed, when I didn't have the time or space to just be with myself. But over time, as I ascended in my age, I kept thinking and brewing this idea. It would be wonderful to know this place more, and maybe when we finally move to Oaxaca, when we finally move to Mexico, I'll have more space and time to do that. And now I've arrived. I made it. And this trip reminded me that so much of my life has been about making space and time for dreams, big and small, for healing, and for a pace of life that feels more aligned with who I am at my core. My partner asked me as we were driving up to the mountains, like we always ask each other every milestone birthday, which is every birthday, what do you want this next year of your life to be like? What do you want to experience? How do you want to grow? What would you like to achieve? And I asked to pause and spend the whole weekend to sit and marinate with that inquiry. The truth is, I've made so many of my dreams come true already, because that's what I do. I'm a dream chaser, a joy maker, and a fulfillment creator. And after giving it a little bit more thought, I had my answer. This year, I just want to deepen more into me. I want to be my favorite version of me and be the real me a little bit or a lot of bit more every single day. Because at 35, I've already achieved so many of the dreams I once held close. Becoming a coach that uplifts women of color, starting a fully remote business long before it was the norm, media features I never dreamed of getting, speaking on stages, leading teams, and supporting thousands of people in connecting with their best selves, creating my own schedule with lots of free and flexible time, and moving to another country, a dream I've carried since I was a little girl, which was a dream I always knew I wanted to fulfill, even more than finding the Prince Charming husband with the house and the white picket fence that society tries to feed down your throat growing up. And growing up as a first-generation Filipina and daughter of immigrants, I didn't know if these dreams were realistic. I didn't know if I was allowed to dream beyond being a doctor, lawyer, or nurse like my parents wanted me to be. But I built the muscle to keep trusting myself, and I took those steps, even if I was scared, anxious, and uncertain. And now, as I sit here in this space I've created, I realize that a lot of my journey has been about making the dreams of my younger self come true. Even being here in San Jose del Pacifico for my birthday feels like another dream realized. Feels like I'm really supporting the dreams of my inner child because I talk so damn much over the years about being in a space like this. As I turn 36, I keep finding myself in this deep sense of gratitude. Not just for what I've achieved, but for what I've allowed myself to grow, the ways I have allowed myself to grow into my dreams. I think we're so often focused on achieving and striving that we forget to pause and recognize when we've actually arrived. This year, I'm learning that it's not about constantly chasing the next thing, but about being present in the life I've created and the goodness in this second I'm in right now. Because this moment, the moment you're in right now, this second matters too. Moving to Oaxaca was a huge part of that. Letting go of the hustle culture of the Bay Area and the capitalism of it all in the US in general, creating space for joy, and leaning into a slower, more intentional way of living. I've wanted to live in another country and experience a different world for so long as I can remember. And now, I'm here, 5 months in, fully immersed in this new life in my mid-30s. This year, I'm reminded that my dreams are living, breathing things. They shift, they grow, just like I do. During the Temazcal ceremony, our guide constantly asked us to connect with and thank and honor our ancestors through the earth that shapes our skin, the water through our blood, the air in our lungs, and the fire in our spirit. We always hear we are our ancestors' wildest dreams, and I finally see that my existence, as is, without striving for more, is a distant ancestor's dream that I am living today for them, with them. This birthday trip was a ceremony in itself, a moment to reflect on what I've created and to honor the growth that's happening along the way. I think about my work as a coach and how it mirrored my own personal journey. When I started reallll leadership, I had the vision of creating a space for BIPOC women and femmes to lead more powerfully, more authentically, especially those in white and male-centered spaces that weren't built with us in mind to exist and thrive. And over the last 7 years, that vision has grown into something I'm so deeply proud of. And as I sit here on this mountain, I was reminded by how much I chased growth and scaling and upward trajectory. 35 taught me that the growth I truly want isn't always about what's next. Sometimes it's about deepening into what you've already built and have. I care more about nourishing and celebrating the dreams and life that are already here, instead of constantly trying to do more, achieve more, attain more. At 36, I feel a quiet kind of joy in my heart growing. A contentment that comes from knowing I'm exactly where I need to be. The dreams that once felt distant are now a part of my everyday life, and I'm learning to embrace that, to fully live in it. Moving to Oaxaca, creating a business that allows me to live with freedom, taking this trip to the mountains with the love of my life and getting to see the new layers of him unfold now that he's back in his homeland. What a gift. What a privilege. What a treasure. These are all reminders that I've done the work to create a life that feels aligned with who I am. And what I want for this next revolution around the sun is more of that alignment. More spaciousness, more presence, more love, more joy, more laughter, more rest, Less striving and more trusting that the work I've done has laid a solid foundation. So as I sit here, flowing into another year around the sun, I'm reflecting on what it means to reimagine my life. Not from a place of constantly needing to change or grow, but from a place of honoring the dreams I've already brought to life. This fire, this earth, these trees, wind, rain, fog, sunrise, sunset, this moment, it's teaching me that sometimes reimagining means deepening. It means settling into the life you've built, allowing it to unfold on its own time, and trusting that there's always more room for growth, but not at the expense of losing the beauty of the now. Thank you for joining me on this journey, for being part of this reflection, and for witnessing the unfolding of my life as I step into 36. Like the mist rolling through these mountains, I'm learning to flow with what is, to let dreams unfold as naturally as the sunrise and the quiet winds of this special place. And I'll see you in the next video.